Dear all, my name is Mats Målqvist. I'm a professor of global health at Uppsala University in Sweden. And I would like to thank you all for the kind invitation to give some brief remarks on this conference. And I would also like to thank all of you who are attending this, because it's a very important topic. Because of your engagement, your research, and your role as opinion leaders, you are needed today. The world is facing great challenges. We are in the middle of a polycrisis with climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution threatening health and survival. At the same time, and interconnected with these challenges, we see increasing migration flows, we see threats to democratic values and rights, and the deconstruction of international law. We also see increasing economic inequalities, with widening health gaps between those who have and those who have less or nothing. And we see the gender gap is still wide, and the main driver of structural violence, gender-based violence, is still rampant around the world. In these challenging times, we need to build strong and resilient societies. Research and evidence show that a crucial component when doing so is equality and equity. That resources are distributed fairly, that we value each other with an egalitarian outlook, that we construct our societies to care for the unfortunate, that we care for the widow, the fatherless, and the migrant, as it is stated in the Bible. That we make sure that the outcome of our system is distributed equitable. Equality and equity promotes resilience, and resilience is needed in the face of challenge. Having a society built on rights and equity is a stronger society because more people's strengths, talents, and power can be utilized. Together, we are simply stronger. Gender equality is at the core of the efforts to build resilient societies, because gender relations are affecting us at a personal level. It is in our families and in our closest relations. It affects us in all the way to our most intimate partnerships. It affects our everyday decision-making and opportunities. At the same time, it defines the institutions we build, the belief systems we confess to, and the political systems we govern by. Gender relations are thus both interrelational as well as highly political. It is about power. All the way from decision-making, when and how to seek care, to how state budgets are allocated. What is prioritized is decided on our outlook, based on what we value, who is in power, and what agenda is deemed important. The words of Mahmoud Fatala from the Population Conference in Cairo more than 30 years ago are still valid today. Women are not dying because of diseases we cannot treat. They are dying because societies have yet to make the decision that their lives are worth saving. We still see an indefensible high maternal mortality in the world. We still see the detrimental effects of gender-based violence. And Professor Fatala's words underscores what is the root cause, that gender inequality still persists. So when you now ponder these 3 days of the International Conference on Gender Equality, and when you are about to return to your everyday life, you have a great and highly important task and mission, and that is to change attitudes, your own and societies, to oppose current power structures and create resilient and inclusive lives for everyone. Thank you so much once again for inviting me and giving time and space to give this address, and I wish you all the best, both in your conference and in your work ahead. Thank you.